Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. When people talk about Apple, the spotlight usually falls on the iPhone, the MacBook Pro, or the iPad Pro with its powerful M-series chips. But quietly in the background, there is another Apple device that many households rely on every single day. It is the Apple TV 4K. It does not grab flashy headlines. It does not create hype storms like the iPhone launch events. Yet for millions of people around the world, it has become the core of their entertainment setup. And now, after nearly 3 years of waiting, Apple is preparing to release a brand new Apple TV 4K in 2025. This time, the update looks bigger than ever. It could finally push this product into mainstream popularity. In this deep dive, we are going to explore everything we know so far about the new Apple TV 4K. We will look at the release date, the design, the rumored price, the chipset upgrades, the wireless improvements, the smart home features, and even the futuristic ideas Apple may be testing. By the end, you will see why this small box might become one of Apple's most important products, and why it still matters in 2025. The question many people ask is simple. Why should anyone buy an Apple TV when there are cheaper options everywhere? Streaming devices are everywhere today. Amazon has the Fire TV Stick 4K Max. Roku offers the Roku Ultra. Google has Chromecast with Google TV. Most of these are cheap, and some are under $40. At first glance, Apple TV looks like the overpriced competitor, charging well over $100. But the Apple TV is not just a streaming stick. It is something much more. It is about smooth performance that stays reliable for years. It is about deep ecosystem integration. With Apple TV, you get access to Apple TV Plus exclusives. You get Apple Arcade for gaming. You can track workouts with Apple Fitness Plus. You can cast media from your iPhone or iPad instantly through AirPlay. You get a device that doubles as a smart home hub, controlling lights, cameras, and thermostats with HomeKit, Thread, and Matter support. For many households, it has quietly become the central hub not just for entertainment, but for smart living. Now Apple is preparing to take things to the next level. They want to keep it premium, but also make it more affordable so it can finally compete head-on with Amazon and Roku in the mainstream streaming wars of 2025. So let's start with the design. According to leaks, the outside will stay familiar. The 2025 Apple TV 4K will not look very different from the 2022 version. It will still be that compact matte black box with rounded edges and minimal branding. A clean design that blends in with your living room setup. At first, this might sound boring or even disappointing. But let's be honest. Who really cares what a streaming box looks like? Most people tuck it behind their TV or place it on a shelf and never think about it again. Apple already made it slimmer in past revisions, and redesigning it again would not add much. The real excitement is not on the outside. It is on the inside. This is where Apple is preparing some big changes. The current Apple TV 4K runs on the A15 Bionic chip, which was already a massive step forward compared to the older A12 chip. But now Apple may take things even further. Rumors suggest that the 2025 Apple TV could be powered by the A17 Pro chip, the same chip that first appeared in the iPhone 15 Pro. That is not just a small upgrade. The A17 Pro brings console-level GPU performance, hardware-accelerated ray tracing, and efficiency from its 3nm design. It is the chip that made games like Resident Evil 4 Remake and Death Stranding actually playable on an iPhone. Now imagine running those games on your big screen TV, with a proper controller, through an Apple TV box that makes zero noise because it does not need a fan. That would no longer be just a streaming device. That would be Apple quietly building a mini gaming console. Of course, some people argue that no one really plays games on Apple TV. And historically, that is true. It has never been a popular gaming platform. But Apple has been doubling down on gaming across all devices. They have Apple Arcade, new partnerships with developers, and even AAA games arriving on iPhone. If Apple positions the Apple TV as a casual gaming console, it could be a game changer. Families, kids, and even casual players could get console-level gaming without spending $500 on a PlayStation or Xbox. Still, the A17 Pro is not cheap. If Apple really wants to launch this at $99, they might use a different chip like the A16 or even an entry-level A18. Those chips would still be powerful, future-proof, and more cost-efficient. No matter what Apple decides, one thing is guaranteed. The 2025 Apple TV 4K will be faster, smoother, and supported for years to come. Now let's talk about connectivity, because this is another area where big changes may arrive. Leaks suggest the new Apple TV will feature a custom wireless chip called Proxima. This could bring support for Wi-Fi 6E or even Wi-Fi 7. That means faster speeds, lower latency, and stronger reliability. Imagine streaming 4K HDR content with zero buffering, or playing online games with minimal lag, even if your home is full of smart devices. That is the promise of Wi-Fi 7. Bluetooth is also expected to get an upgrade to version 5.3. This will improve efficiency and make it easier to connect multiple accessories at the same time. You could have AirPods, controllers, and smart sensors all paired seamlessly. On top of that, the Apple TV already acts as a HomeKit hub. With Thread and Matter built in, the 2025 model is expected to control your smart home devices even faster and more reliably. So while the box looks the same on the outside, its role as the brain of your connected home is about to grow even more important. Now comes the part that might shock people the most. The price. For years, the Apple TV has been more expensive than its rivals. The current Apple TV 4K starts at $129. Meanwhile, Amazon Fire TV and Roku devices can be bought for far less. But rumors suggest that Apple may finally cut the price to under $100. Some reports even say $99 or lower. If Apple really does this, it could change everything. Fans have been asking for a cheaper Apple TV option for years. Some wanted a stick version. But instead, Apple might simply drop the price of the full box while keeping its premium features. That would be Apple's first real attempt to compete directly in the budget streaming wars. And if they succeed, the Apple TV could finally move from being a niche Apple luxury to a mainstream device that everyone can afford. So when can you get it? Based on Apple's usual timeline, the 2025 Apple TV 4K will likely launch between September and December. It could appear at the same event as the iPhone 17 reveal, or Apple might quietly announce it through a press release, just like they did with the 2022 model. Either way, it should be available in stores before the holiday season. That means it could be one of Apple's big Christmas products in 2025. But Apple's vision for the Apple TV goes beyond just streaming. For years, there have been rumors about a hybrid device that combines Apple TV with a HomePod speaker and even a FaceTime camera. Imagine a single device in your living room that can stream your favorite shows and movies, double as a high-quality speaker, let you make FaceTime calls directly on your TV, and control all your smart devices in one place. Apple may not release this in 2025, but it shows where the company is heading. And the Apple TV 4K is a big part of that future. At first glance, the Apple TV 4K 2025 may look like a small update. The design does not change. It is still just a little black box. But when you look closer, you see the real upgrades. A faster chip with console-level gaming potential. Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.3 for next-generation connectivity. Improved smart home hub features. And most importantly, a possible price cut that could finally make it accessible to the mainstream. If Apple delivers all this, the Apple TV 4K could finally break out of its niche. It could become not just another streaming device, but the central nervous system of your digital home. A product that connects entertainment, gaming, fitness, and smart living in one tiny box. For more videos, please like and subscribe to the channel. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the latest updates.